Cruising is one of the most exciting ways to travel. Endless food, beautiful destinations, and your floating hotel sailing across the seas. But here's the truth. Every year, thousands of passengers ruin their vacations before they even begin, all because of simple mistakes. Some get denied boarding on day one, others rack up thousands of dollars in surprise charges, and many miss out on the best parts of the cruise entirely. That's why today, we're breaking down the 20 biggest mistakes cruise passengers make. Mistakes that can cost you money, comfort, safety, and sometimes even your spot on the ship. Stick with me to the end, because avoiding even just one of these mistakes could save your vacation. And trust me, mistake number 19 has shocked more first-time cruisers than any other. So let's get started with the moment it all begins, embarkation day. Mistake 1, skipping the muster drill. Every cruise ship requires a safety briefing, the muster drill. Some passengers think it's optional, a boring formality that gets in the way of their vacation. But this rule is enforced with zero tolerance. I once watched a couple on embarkation day refuse to attend. They assumed they could sneak off to the buffet instead. Minutes later, security escorted them to guest services, and the announcement over the PA made it crystal clear. If they didn't comply, they would be removed. They weren't just embarrassed, they were fined and nearly denied their vacation. 10 minutes at a muster drill is worth avoiding the nightmare of being that passenger. Mistake 2, leaving your passport in checked bags. This one happens constantly. Picture this. Luggage is whisked away by porters, and hours later, a traveler realizes their passport is still inside. Without ID, they can't check in, and the ship won't wait. I've seen people pacing the terminal, panicked, watching their dream vacation slip away, not because of bad luck, but because of a simple packing mistake. The golden rule: passports, visas, medication, credit cards, and electronics belong in your carry-on. That small bag you keep with you can make or break embarkation day. Mistake 3, flying in the same day. Flights get delayed, weather changes, airlines cancel at the worst possible moment. And unlike hotels, cruise ships won't wait for you. There's a saying, miss your flight, miss your ship. I once boarded in Miami while dozens of passengers were still stuck at the airport. Their ship had sailed, literally. The fix is simple: fly in at least a day early. A hotel room is far cheaper than losing your entire vacation. Mistake 4, overpacking instead of packing smart. It's tempting to pack half your closet for a cruise, but here's the reality. Cabins are small, storage is limited, and dragging multiple heavy suitcases through the terminal is exhausting. I've seen families block elevators with 5 giant bags, only to wear the same shorts and t-shirt most of the trip. Smart cruisers pack light and versatile, mix and match outfits, layers, and a foldable laundry bag. Less luggage means more freedom. Mistake 5, forgetting carry-on essentials. After boarding, luggage can take hours to arrive at your cabin. If your swimsuit, sunscreen, or medication is inside, you'll spend half the first day waiting instead of enjoying. Always pack a day bag with the must-haves: swimsuit, sunscreen, basic toiletries, meds, and maybe even a change of clothes. That way, you're ready to hit the pool the moment you board, while everyone else waits for their bags. Embarkation should feel like the beginning of a dream. But only if you avoid these mistakes. Skip them, and your vacation can start smoothly instead of spiraling before the ship even leaves port. Mistake #6, leaving balcony and cabin doors open. It sounds harmless, fresh ocean air blowing through your cabin. But ships are pressurized environments, and opening both your balcony and hallway door at the same time creates a wind tunnel effect. I've seen trays of room service fly across the floor, papers sucked out to sea, and balcony doors slammed with bone-cracking force. It's not refreshing, it's dangerous. Keep one door closed at all times, or risk injuries and damage charges. Mistake #7, smoking in the wrong places. Cruise lines take this rule very seriously. Smoking is restricted to designated areas only, and lighting up on your balcony or in your cabin is a fast track to a $500 fine, or even being removed at the next port. Fire is the single biggest danger at sea, and the rules exist for a reason. Respect the smoking zones, or you'll pay far more than the price of a pack. Mistake #8, overloading outlets and bringing banned items. Power strips, irons, kettles. They may feel essential, but most are strictly banned. I've watched security confiscate entire bags of electronics on embarkation day. Why? Because they're fire hazards. Cruise ships have limited power supply, and a small spark can become catastrophic at sea. The safe solution? Use cruise-approved USB hubs or adapters, and always check the banned items list before packing. Mistake #9, disrespecting the crew. Every cruise line has one unspoken rule: how you treat the crew reflects the kind of trip you'll have. I've seen two versions of passengers, one barking orders at their cabin steward and another showing kindness with a simple smile or thank you. Guess who gets better service, faster assistance, and extra little touches? The crew works long hours, often far from home. A little respect goes a long way. Mistake #10, ignoring announcements. The captain and cruise director don't make announcements for fun. They're reminders about safety drills, schedule changes, or, worst of all, final boarding calls. I've seen people miss their ship because they tuned out the overhead message about departure time. Standing on the dock as your ship sails away isn't just embarrassing, it's an expensive lesson. If you hear an announcement, stop and listen. It might save you from disaster. Life on board can feel like freedom without limits, but ships run on rules for good reason. Respect them, and you'll enjoy smooth sailing. Ignore them, and you could pay fines, miss out, or even end your vacation early. Mistake #11, not using the cabin safe. Every cabin comes with a small safe. Too many passengers ignore it, tossing passports, wallets, and jewelry onto counters. Most crew are honest, but cabins are cleaned daily, and accidents happen. Losing a passport in a foreign port is more than stressful. It can strand you abroad. Always lock up valuables. That tiny safe can save you enormous headaches. Mistake #12, ignoring the do not flush list. It sounds like a joke, but it's serious. Ship toilets are vacuum operated, not built for paper towels, wipes, or feminine products. I've heard stories of clogged pipes flooding entire cabin decks. Imagine explaining that to your neighbors. Stick to the golden rule. Only flush toilet paper. Everything else goes in the bin, unless you want to be responsible for a plumbing disaster at sea. Mistake #13, drying clothes indoors. Cruise lines ban clotheslines across balconies for safety reasons, so some passengers hang damp swimsuits and laundry inside instead. The problem? With little ventilation, this creates mildew, damp odors, and even mold inside cabins. Better fix: use the retractable line in your shower or pack quick-dry clothes. Don't turn your cabin into a musty laundry room. Mistake #14, skipping hand washing. Cruise ships are infamous for one word: norovirus. It spreads like wildfire in crowded spaces. Hand sanitizer helps, but soap and water are your best defense. I've seen entire groups quarantined to their cabins because of one outbreak. Wash before meals, after shore excursions, and every time you return to your cabin. It's the simplest, cheapest insurance you'll ever have. Mistake #15, getting too drunk. Unlimited drink packages sound tempting, but overindulging at sea is risky. I've seen passengers stumble on wet decks, fall asleep in hallways, even get injured leaning over railings. Alcohol doesn't just ruin your night, it can end your vacation. Moderation means fun that lasts the whole cruise, not just one messy evening. Comfort and health on board don't take much effort. Use the safe, follow the flush rules, wash your hands, and know your limits. Small habits keep your trip stress-free and your memories positive. Mistake #16, assuming the minibar is free. That little fridge in your cabin looks inviting, stocked with sodas and snacks. But here's the catch: most of it isn't included. Grab a soda, and you might see a $6 charge on your final bill. Finish a couple of cans and a candy bar and suddenly you've racked up $60 without realizing it. Unless you're okay with the price, avoid the minibar entirely. Mistake #17, not budgeting for extra charges. Cruises feel all-inclusive, but extras add up fast. Specialty dining, drinks, spa treatments, Wi-Fi, gratuities. I've seen first-time cruisers shocked by a final bill hundreds, even thousands, over what they expected. The solution? Set a budget before you board and track expenses daily. A dream vacation isn't worth the financial hangover that follows. Mistake #18, booking excursions too late. The best excursions, swimming with dolphins, cultural tours, even private beaches, often sell out before the ship leaves port. Wait until you're on board, and you'll be stuck with leftovers, or worse, nothing at all. And if you book independently and don't get back in time, the ship will not wait. Secure your must-do excursions early, either through the cruise line or trusted providers. Mistake #19, forgetting to put your phone in airplane mode. This is one of the most expensive mistakes. At sea, your phone connects to maritime cellular networks that charge outrageous roaming fees, sometimes $10 per megabyte. I've seen passengers come home to phone bills higher than the cost of their cruise. The fix is easy: airplane mode on, Wi-Fi calling if needed, and purchase a Wi-Fi package if you want to stay connected. Mistake #20, missing out on free food options. Yes, the main dining room and buffet are included, but cruise ships often hide extra free options. Late-night pizza counters, soft-serve ice cream machines, even 24-hour cafes. I've met passengers who spent hundreds on specialty dining without realizing they could enjoy plenty of variety at no extra cost. Explore the ship, ask crew members, and find those hidden gems before you splurge. Cruising is one of the most rewarding ways to see the world, but it only stays that way if you avoid these common mistakes. A little preparation, a little awareness, and a little respect for the ship and its crew can turn your trip into the vacation of a lifetime. Remember, arrive prepared. Follow the rules on board, stay healthy, and budget wisely. Do that, and your memories will be about sunsets at sea, exciting excursions, and laughter with loved ones, not surprise bills, missed ports, or ruined vacations. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe for more travel hacks and cruise secrets. And drop a comment below. What's the biggest mistake you've seen someone make on a cruise? Thanks for watching, and here's to smooth sailing on your next adventure.